Hello everybody and welcome to today's session. So today we're going to be practicing the 5 Tibetan rites. So before we begin, we're just going to warm up the body for a few moments. But let's find our center now. Feet are hip distance apart. We bring our hands to prayer at the heart center and we just breathe in together. Let's take 2 breaths. Let's place our left hand on our heart, our right hand on our tummy, and we'll continue a lovely breath work. So we're going to breathe in through our nose for the count of 4, filling up your tummy, filling up your chest, and then we're going to breathe out through your nose for the count of 4. So let's breathe in, and then simply breathing out. Breathing in through the nose, filling up the tummy, filling up the chest, and then breathing out through the nose. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Well done. So we're going to do just a little warm up before we go into our Tibetan rites. So the first one we're going to do for a warm up is just simply a nice little mountain flow, we call it. So we're going to extend the arms up into our mountain, and on the exhale with a gentle bend in your knees, we're going to fold forward and down. Inhale, slide your hands up your shins, make a flat back and look forward, and then exhale, float all the ways back to the earth. Inhaling, rising up into your mountain. Exhaling, folding forward and down. Inhale, slide the hands, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, push down to root up. And then exhaling all the ways back down. Inhale, come into that table, look forward. Exhaling, fold. Inhaling, mountain, rise up, whoops. Exhaling, fold. Inhaling, table, flat back, look forward. Exhaling, fold. One more, breathe in as you rise up. Breathe out as you fold. Breathing into table, flat back. Breathing out, fold. Inhaling all the ways to mountain and exhaling, hands come back to the heart. So we're going to just give a little shake here. Let everything, shake it all out, shake the arms, shake the head, shake the back. Just give a nice little shake, a little bounce. Move the energy and then grounding down again. We're simply going to sweep the right arm across the body and on the exhale, sweep the left hand across. So you're breathing in, sweeping the right hand, breathing out, stretching and sweeping the left. Let's do one more on each side. Well done. Let's take the palms out, fingers pointing up, and turn the fingers down. Let's do a few up and breathing out as we go down. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Let's roll those wrists in a clockwise direction and then go in the other direction. Well done. Hands onto the hips. Let's do nice hip circles. So you're pushing the hips forward, to the right, around the back and to the left. So just nice little hip circles, warming up the hips. Let's do a few rounds clockwise. One more. And then let's go in the opposite direction. Well done. Let's do one more. Little wiggle of the hips. Let's bring the knees together, come into a gentle little seat, and let's do some circles with the knees. Again, we're going to go in a clockwise direction, just gently warming up the body. Let's go anti-clockwise. Well done. Come back up to standing. Let's just roll the ankle. Nice little ankle circles. Again, we're going to go clockwise. We'll go in the opposite direction. Well done. Let's go to the left foot. Again, we're going to go to clockwise. Let's go the opposite with the ankle. Okay, let's take the right hand up, come up in the tippy toes and down and go to the left side. So you're breathing in and breathing out. Whoops. I'm going to take my little chandelier down. Last one. And come back to center. Let's come to a seat. So our first Tibetan rite, we're going to bring our hands into prayer. Let's take 2 breaths. In and out of the nose if available. On the inhale, silently saying to yourself, I am rooted in the earth. On the exhale, and my power is rising. Inhaling, I am rooted in the earth. Exhaling, my power is rising. Once more, I am rooted in the earth. Exhaling, my power is rising. So our lovely first Tibetan rite is known as the spin. We're going to come to standing with the arms out in a T shape and the palms down, and we're going to spin in a clockwise direction. So as we spin in a clockwise direction, it can cause dizziness. So I think if you're doing this at home, it would be lovely just to do 3 of each Tibetan rite until you feel more comfortable doing them on your own. And then you could add 2, so that will be 5 to each Tibetan rites, 3 and 2 is 5, each week until you build it up. And eventually you would do 21 of each Tibetan rite, and that would probably take you about 15 minutes every morning. So the Tibetan rites are really beneficial, and they're known to bring a lovely renewal of energy. They're known to nearly reverse aging by 10 years. How wonderful is that? So it's a lovely way to start your day. So we're going to come to stand now to do our lovely Tibetan rite number 1. As I said, feet are nice and grounded, hands come out to the side, palms are down, and remember, so for just today we're going to do 7 on the video, but if you're doing this, maybe 3 would be plenty to start off with. Okay, so let's go in a clockwise direction. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come back to center. Place one hand in front of the face, and you're just simply going to stare into the center of your palm. That's going to get rid of that dizziness, that feeling of being out of balance. And we'll take 2 breaths here. Well done. Come back down to the seat. Hands onto the knees. And once again, 2 big inhales. So again, remember to fill up the tummy, fill up the chest, and you're exhaling through the nose. So our lovely next Tibetan rite is known as the leg raises. So how we do it, we're going to lie flat onto our back. We're going to inhale as you lift your legs up at about a 90-degree angle. And at the same time, you're going to lift the head and tuck the chin to the chest. And as you exhale, then you bring everything back down to the earth. So it's really good to build inner strength. It's really good to pull in core support to support you in life. And it strengthens the tummy, stimulates the thyroid gland, and is great to bring more energy into the body, which is wonderful. So let's close our eyes now and just silently repeat our lovely affirmation. I am centered in my world and my energy is waking up. I am centered in my world and my energy is waking up. So let's come to sit. Let's stretch the legs out long. Toes are flexed. We're going to lie down onto our backs. I like to keep my palms down. I like to keep them really near to my body as well. So we're going to point the toes, leg lift all the way up, tuck the chin to the chest. And then on the exhale, you're releasing nice and slowly, belly button glued back to the spine. Inhaling, point the toes, chin comes to the chest, flexing the toes, and then exhaling all the way back down to the earth. Inhale, point the toes, 90-degree angle, flex the toes, chin to chest, then exhaling nice and slow and controlled all the way back down. Let's do 2 more. So we're going to breathe in, breathing out. Breathing in, pointing the toes, flexing at the top, chin to chest, breathing out all the way back down. And when you're ready, we're going to come back up onto a seat. We'll once again hands onto our knees, close our eyes and take those 2 breaths. So our third Tibetan rite, in normal yoga, it would be called the camel pose. How we're going to do it is we're going to come onto our knees. So if you have a little bit of knee issues, it's good maybe to roll your mat or sometimes put a blanket underneath the knees. So we're going to place our hands on our lower back, or some people like to place them just below the buttocks on the thighs. We're going to arch our spine back and you allow your head, I suppose, to relax back as you look up at the ceiling. What we're doing is really opening up the heart. And then as you exhale, you'll gently come forward and you'll tuck your chin to your chest. So this is all about opening the heart center. It's all about letting go of old stuff that might have been stored in the chest and in the lungs. The benefits are better breathing. The benefits also is it's stretching the hip flexors where most of our stress is held. So let's close our eyes. Let's silently repeat our lovely affirmation for this one. I open my heart to the future. Exhaling, I let go of the past. Breathing in, I open my heart to the future. Breathing out, I let go of my past. I open my heart to the future. I let go of the past. Okay, are we ready for Tibetan rite number 3? Let's come to a kneeling. Knees are hip distance apart. Our toes are curled. Hands can go onto the lower back. So if you want to place them, whatever way you want to place your hands. Some people, as I said, they like to come down here. So place the hands onto the lower back. Again, remember a big inhale. You're lifting the head up and back, lifting the heart towards the sky. And then exhaling, slowly coming forward and tucking the chin to the chest. So you're breathing in, make it a nice fluid movement, opening the heart. Breathing out, chin to chest. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to do 2 more. All through the nose if it's available. And for all of these as well, we like to keep our eyes open, chin to chest. Well done. So come now to sit again. Let's take those 2 nice, big, deep breaths through the nose, filling up the tummy and the ribs. Breathing out through the nose, letting go. One more. Our fourth Tibetan rite. So the fourth Tibetan rite looks very much like an upside down table. We're going to sit with our legs out straight, and then we're going to place our hands by our hips, but we're going to inhale, lift up the hips, lift up the pelvis, the heaviest bone in the body. So this isn't the easiest of poses. So the body is coming into like an upside down table. Well, probably looks like a right table shape. And as you exhale, you sit back down, again gently bringing the chin to the chest. You're going to scoot the bum back in between the hands and then stretching the legs out. So again, let's close our eyes, take a moment, and as you breathe in, your affirmation is I am strong. As you breathe out, I support my own growth. Breathing in, I am strong. Breathing out, I support my own growth. Let's do that once more. Breathe in, I am strong. Breathe out, I support my own growth. Let's get ready for number 4. So, feet are stretched out, toes are flexed back. We'll remove the fleshy bits from underneath the seat. Now, where to put the hands? A good little trick is put the thumbs onto the belly button, slide the hands out to the sides, and then take them down. Sitting up nice and tall, flexing, so the feet, and for now we're going to push into the feet and lift up the hips, lift up the pelvis, allow the head to relax, and then exhale, gently swing the bum back between the hands and stretch out the legs and flex the toes. So we're inhaling, pressing the feet, lifting the hips, relaxing the head. Exhaling, bum comes in between the hands, and you're going to stretch those heels out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's do one more. Breathe in, breathe out. Well done. So let's come around again. Let's take our seat for 2 breaths. And let's come to our final Tibetan rite. So our final Tibetan rite is a mixture of up dog and down dog. So for the up dog, we're going to breathe in. For the down dog, we breathe out. So in the up dog, we're going to come into a plank to begin with. Then we're going to drop our hips, lift our chest, lift our chin, lift our heart out into the world. And on the exhale, you're going to lift the hips, push the heels down onto the earth and draw the torso towards the thighs. Now I know that's a lot to take in, but your body is just going to go in a nice wave from one section to the other. So don't worry about it. It's all about being flexible. It's all about moving gracefully between the highs and the lows of life. This will probably become your favorite in time. The benefits is it stretches most of the muscles in the body, especially stretches the back. It boosts the immune system, and it sort of boosts as well the lymphatic fluid. It moves it within the body. So let's get going. Let's close our eyes and silently repeat our lovely mantra to ourselves. I flow through life's challenges, and exhaling with grace and vitality. I grow through life's challenges with grace and vitality. I grow through life's challenges with grace and vitality. Are we ready for Tibetan rite number 5? So let's come into that table position. So knees are under the hips, wrists are under the shoulders. Let's come into that lovely plank. So coming into plank, your toes are curled. You're going to just gently drop and the knees towards, so we're not touching the ground, you're just coming down, bringing the pelvis towards the earth. Then you're lifting the head, lifting the heart, taking an inhale, and on the exhale, you're pushing the seat up towards the sky, tucking the chin to the chest, coming into that downward dog. So in downward dog, the seat is up towards the sky, the heels you're aiming down towards the mat, and the torso is pressing towards the thighs. Make it nice and fluid. Inhale, drop the weight of the body down. We just try to keep the knees off the mat as we look up, chin to the ceiling, and then exhaling, lifting the seat up, making that triangle shape, tucking the chin to the chest and dropping the heels down. Let's breathe in, rolling forward, lifting the head, lifting the heart, and then you're rolling back, downward dog. Let's do 2 more. Breathe it in, rolling forward, dropping down, lifting the chin, lifting the heart, rolling the shoulders back, and then exhaling all the ways back to downward dog. Let's do 1 more. And then exhaling. Well done. Come back onto your seat. Well done. So lovely if you could do 3 of those every 3 rounds of each Tibetan rite every morning, which is lovely. So for now, it's time to have a little rest. Let's close your eyes. Make yourself nice and comfortable and cozy for the favorite last few minutes. So make yourself cozy whether you're sitting or lying on your mat. You can imagine all the 5 Tibetan rites now are resting on the floor. So let's close your eyes. Let your body sink into the earth beneath you. Gently breathe in and breathe out, letting go of any tension within the body. Now with your eyes closed, imagine a glowing line of light running through the center of your body. And along this line of light, 7 beautiful wheels of light begin to spin, clear and bright. There's a ruby red light at the base of your spine. It spins slowly, anchoring you. The message here is you are safe, you are grounded, you belong exactly where you are. There is a sunset orange light just below your navel. A warm sunset orange. It begins to glow, flowing like water. And the message from this beautiful chakra is you are creative, you are fluid, you are allowed to feel joy. And just above your navel, there's a golden yellow coloured, beautiful spinning chakra. A bright golden yellow like the sun. This is your inner fire. And the message from this chakra is you are powerful, you are worthy, your light is needed in the world. And in the center of your heart sits a beautiful emerald green chakra. And an emerald green light expands with every breath. It is soft and it is vast. And the message of this chakra is you are loved, you are loving, your heart is a sanctuary. And we move now to the throat chakra, a sky blue colour. And it really looks like a morning horizon. The message here is your voice is a gift. Speak your truth with grace and courage. Now deep in between your eyebrows lies this beautiful indigo light. It's pulsing like a quiet midnight sky. It says you are wise. Trust your inner vision. You always know the way. And at the crown chakra has a shimmering violet light at the very top of your head, and it radiates upwards, connecting you to the infinite. The message here is you are one with everything. You are a divine being of light. Now allow your body to bathe in all these beautiful healing energies. Imagine the colours melting together, flowing like a river of liquid light from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Just imagine you are floating in an ocean of colour, and the healing lights are dissolving any tension, any worries and any tiredness, leaving you completely refreshed. Now rest here for a moment, wrapped in this rainbow of peace, knowing that this vitality is always within you, ready to be awakened whenever you breathe. You can continue now to rest and bathe in this beautiful rainbow of healing colours, or you can complete the session with me by bringing your hands to prayer at the heart. Bring the thumbs to the third eye. May we have peace in our thoughts this week. To our mouth, may we have peace in our words this week. And to our hearts, may we have peace and love in our own hearts this week. Namaste. And now, namaste to everybody as well. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much. Take care, everyone.